At first, her association with the church appeared to alleviate her mental condition. The cancellation of her therapy sessions corresponds with the local parish announcements of her initiation ceremony. There are indications that she sold off much of the family estate to finance full membership in the church and the soul cleanse they require to enter the higher ranks. Isaac appears to have been selected to a prominent engineering school, but we surmise that he was unable to afford the tuition, as records show that he instead attended a lesser-known school with the help of scholarships and financial assistance. After graduating with high honor, Isaac enlisted in the Merchant Marine. He quickly gained a reputation for his resourceful engineering solutions, and after 2 years was promoted to a higher profile position closer to the major shipping lanes. Isaac's career stagnates at this point. This would coincide with the psychiatric reports that his mother's mental health was deteriorating, and bank records show payments to a psychiatric facility for treatment. This seems to be where Isaac met medical officer and neuropsychiatrist called Nicole Brennan, and her name appears on Octavia's physician roster. The two of them ended up cohabitating until Brennan accepted a promotion and left to serve on the USG Ishimura. Pohl's return from his extended tour coincided with Octavia's release from the hospital. Whatever his assignment was, Pohl's service record remains mysteriously classified by executive order, and unless he confided in Isaac, he took his secrets to the grave. The next records we have are death notices for both Pohl and Octavia. Their bodies were willed to the custody of the Church of Unitology, along with the Clark's entire estate, apparently on Octavia's wishes. Isaac's repeated petitions to have his parents' body returned seem to have been ignored. Since the church refuses inquiries related to its members, their cause of death is unknown. Overall, Isaac's more than qualified to handle a job like the Ishimura. I'd talk politics over religion. Kendra Daniels. I couldn't find anything on her in the time you gave me, but Darlton swears by her. Apparently she's on the mission with his recommendation. If he thinks she has what it takes, who am I to argue? Wow, okay, yeah, that's not suspicious at fucking all. Disclaimer, the article is sponsored by CEC's print and publishing division may not represent the views of Amazing Universe magazine. Okay, it's an ad. Okay. Cool. Holy shit. Imagine a world where basic resources like fuel, ore, metals, and ice are hard to come by. Imagine if humanity's needs were entirely dependent on the nearly extinct resources of Earth and dwindling supplies of the colonies. Older readers don't need to imagine such a world. You lived it, less than a century ago. Looking to the stars for additional resources was nothing new, but at the time, the only shock point capable ships were smaller vessels that could barely keep up with the man. Enter the Ishimura. Named after celebrated astrophysicist and inventor of the shock point drive, Hideki Ishimura, the USG Ishimura was the first of the massive Planet Cracker ships. Built in 2446, she has enjoyed a long and storied career. The Ishimura was the first vessel of her size to utilize the shock point drive for large-scale commercial deep space expeditions. At her inception, the Ishimura was hailed as the savior of the colonies. She was created to mine and process asteroids, and even small moons with remarkable efficiency. She was also the first ship capable of pioneering scan-and-catch technique for harvesting mineral-rich asteroids. Utilizing huge gravity tethers, the Ishimura could lock onto asteroids and pull them inside the ship's massive collection bays for quick and efficient smelting. At 62 years old, the Ishimura is still in remarkable shape. Her equipment has been upgraded over the years, and many of her interior spaces have been retrofitted to take advantage of current technological advances. Despite so many long years of service, she remains the pride of the CEC fleet and is still the company's largest planet cracker. Mice, get your ass out of here. Whenever a vital deep space mining project requires skill, experience, and dedication, the Ishimura is ready to answer the call. It is ships like the Ishimura and the dedication of the men and women who crew her that built the Concordance Extraction Corporation into the trusted, dependable resource provider it is today. Wow. Holy shit. Repair endpoints. Oh my fucking god. It's literally an invoice for repairs. That's what it is. To M. Smith from J. Bright. Subject, poker night. Keeping this off rig link in case Benson's listening in. You in for poker tonight, or are you going to let Caitlin keep walking around with your credits? W. I'm in, but can you not invite Baby this time? I know he's still blaming himself for Sir Rossi's accident and everything, but no one wants to hear it about anyone's fucking nightmares. Especially that one where he saw Sir Rossi up and walking around with half his head missing. Don't give me shit about it. I'm serious. It's messing with me. Last night I had one of those dreams where you wake up, you know? But my dad was sitting next to my bed talking to me. It felt so real I kept seeing him out the corner of my eye all day. And trust me, that's one son of a bitch who needs to stay dead. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Chapter 2. Calculated risks. Medical log, Dr. B. Warwick. Chief Psych Officer, Sensory Deprivation Treatments. You know what? Let me take a sip of some water here. All right. The diagnoses are stacked up as fast as I can file. Sleep paralysis, hallucinations, nightmares, paranoia. I'm getting patients from all over the ship. No underlying causes showing up in environmental analysis, foodstuffs, or radiation levels. I admit, I'm at a loss. Mercer says he and Kine are working on a hypothesis, so in the meantime I'm treating the symptoms. I'm seeing some improvement with sensory deprivation treatments and our zero-G therapy pods, but the sheer number of patients were... Apologies. I accidentally tapped. Right trigger. But the sheer number of patients we're managing bothers me. Those systems are old and they need an overhaul. With so many pods active, I worry what might happen if there's a serious power surge down there. But nothing else seems to help. Suppose the odds are low enough, I'd rather take a small calculated risk than have dozens of miners and engineers impaired around heavy machinery. Fair enough. Anonymized transcript. Patient log, Dr. N. Brennan, Senior Medical Officer, counseling session number 03, transcript for patient name redacted. Okay. Dictation on. I'll keep your name out of the transcript. Jane Doe. Thanks, it's just so hard to remember what's real. Your church mentor talked to you again? He knows me and my girlfriend want to leave. I can feel it. Our last seminar was all about heretics. However, unitologist who leaves is an enemy of humanity. Unitology is big enough to take care of itself. This is about what's right for you, just be careful. The church pulls out these tricks when they feel threatened. They have neuropsychiatrists too. Even if they get out, they'll try to. Dr. Brennan? Sorry, Did something happen? I had a patient who... I tried, and her son tried so hard, but I will fight for you with everything I've got, but never underestimate how strong the church's pull can be. Marker discovery. Personal log, Dr. T. Kine, Chief Science Officer, observations on the marker. The vid logs from the colony are poor quality, but I've seen enough to confirm the discovery to Ben. The artifact appears to be a genuine marker, the first to be found since Unitology's founding. We must get it on board at the first opportunity so I can begin a proper study. I can't even imagine the potential of such a find. The black marker offered revelations beyond our wildest dreams, and that was without the benefits of current analytical technology. This new marker, what secrets could it have? What wonders could it offer to humanity? The Church of Unitology. Without EarthGov here to see this the first. This marker could herald the dawn of a new age, and I will do my part to see that age come to pass. Maybe this is fate. In the darkest time of my life, the Church and its teachings comforted me, saved me. And now I'm here, in the right place at the right time, to be of service to all humanity, to repay those blessings. Amelia, if only you could be here now. Z. Caswell, from D. Leal. Subject, clerical error. Zoe, specimen 426 is ready for harvest. I was about to notify Alvarez to prep for medical leave, but when I checked the database, I saw Instant Sable had been moved ahead of her. Is that right? Alvarez has been on the waiting list for 3 months now. I thought arm transplants took priority over a cornea? D. Delio to Z. Caswell. RE, clerical error. Here's your clerical error. One of them bought CEC stock at the last purchase. One didn't. Guess which one was suddenly bumped up to vital personnel? It's not worth the headache to push back on it. Trust me. And before you think about filing an ethics complaint, just remember the wise words of Hippocrates. Shit rolls downhill. Zoe. Patient observations. Dr. Beam Warwick, Chief Psych Officer. Report of psychiatric observation for patient Harris B. Employee number PM19026EH. A lot of time. Harris is asleep after another dose of sedative. He seems literally unable to sleep without chemical aid. Most people succumb to exhaustion after more than 50 hours of waking, regardless of circumstances. Not Harris. His bizarre explanation of the events on the colony points to the same paranoia we've seen elsewhere at Planetside. His guilt is not in doubt. 2 security officers were present when he took Dr. Ciarello hostage and murdered Nurse Evans. And Harris doesn't deny his actions, but he shows no remorse. In fact, he insists there was no crime, specifically that Evans wasn't a nurse when he killed her. This is classic sociopathic behavior, but Harris exhibits no other symptoms. He is affable and friendly, able to empathize and offer original opinions. When questioned about Evans' murder, however, he becomes withdrawn, uncommunicative. He claims the explanation is stuck in his mind and that talking about it mixes up its message. He also undergoes intermittent hallucinatory periods, again similar to those experienced by other colonists. During his long waking periods, Harris exhibits writing behavior on any available service, claiming the dreams need to speak and that he's attempting to make it whole again. What that means, I haven't determined yet. Given the complexities of his case, I plan to reach out to my colleagues for more insight. Autopsy report. Report of death on ship subject Captain B. Matthias. It is my unfortunate duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Matthias dead. Reports of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted, and will be left for investigators to determine once we return to port. I will constrain my comments to the condition of the body. The subject was in generally good health for his age. The cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte count was very low, with eosinophils, in particular, almost non-existent. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset, but it does not appear to have any effect on his death. Multiple contusions of the arms and hands indicate a brief struggle pre-mortem. Light contusions around the ribcage indicate he was restrained, likely for a brief period. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body, which continued on through the cavity well into the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. The angle of penetration into the ocular cavity indicates the injury was not self-inflicted. Examination required the removal of the object to confirm cause of death, but it has been preserved for the investigative team to study. I therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of unnatural death. Whether deliberate or accidental is beyond my jurisdiction. Okay, Chapter 3. Holy shit. I should not have let these go for so long, but here we are. Engineering log, C. Danvers, organic growth and engineering. Adding this to my maintenance priority request, maybe something in writing will make them pay attention. That unidentified growth reported elsewhere on the ship has reached engineering. Not even medical knows what the hell this stuff is. It looks like someone threw up their guts up all over the walls and smells about the same. It's spreading faster than we can cut it up, which is pretty disgusting in itself. It's already busted the cargo lift, and it's getting into the engine spoke. If we can't find a way to stop it soon, it'll be all over the main engine chamber by the day after tomorrow. Meantime, I'm heading to the mining deck. They've got PFM 100s in storage for ice mining, and they can spare the fuel. Maybe cauterizing this stuff will do the trick. Just hope it doesn't smell worse when it's on fire. Chaos. Engineering deck log. F. Hollow. Check-in time, 1738 hours. Inspection. 5 of 5 zones checked. Condition subpar. Notification filed. Comments. More absences. It's not just the unitologists sneaking off for religious exemptions or whatever. We're seeing serious gaps in rotation. People going on sick with sleep deprivation. Self-inflicted injuries are just disappearing. They go off shift and they don't come back. Someone said the ship's been attacked? Bullshit. We're at the ass end of nowhere. Who'd come all this way to attack a mining ship? And yeah, the captain is dead, but Carmack says one of the bridge staff killed him. I swear to God, the rumors on this deck are out of control. Update. Lost contact with the bridge. No rig link, no security hardline, nothing. Okay, this is beyond rumors. Fuck this. I'm getting out while I still can. Rig transcript. Rig unavailable for priority message. Transcript provided to available storage. J. Temple. Tai? Joan? You there? Expletive. What's keeping them? The centrifuge is still offline. We're running out of time. C. Danvers. No rig link contact since they left, Chief. They're gone, aren't they? J. Temple. But we armed them with everything we had. They'd have sent word if there was trouble. What, did they fall down an expletive hole? Expletive. There's a full tectonic load hanging off our ass. C. Danvers. What if we turn off the gravity tethers, drop the load, buy ourselves time? Temple. I tried. Unless I rip out half the ship's wiring, it takes a CEC board member's override to drop all that ore. Can't risk expletive off the shareholders. And without that centrifuge to balance the ship, we're talking planet fallen hours, if we're that lucky. And now, the last two we have for today. More time, priority message to Captain B. Matthias from Dr. T. Kine. Subject, more time. Benjamin, further to our recent conversation, I'm putting it in writing that we should delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know how eager I am to study the marker, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony, but that's exactly my reasoning. What's happening down there is just too unprecedented to act incautiously. We need time to study the causes and effects. After consulting with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Drs. Ciarello and Welland planetside. Their observations on a particular patient may be invaluable to understanding what we're dealing with here. Terrence. And Eckhart's clearance. Executive Clearance Authorization Recipient, CEC Executive Director Warren Eckhart, authorized by Captain B. Matthias. This rig code permits the recipient, Warren Eckhart, executive access aboard the USG Ishimura until such time as it is revoked by Captain B. Matthias. Please secure your rig and do not allow others access to restricted areas. Separate codes must be obtained for any staff members. Comments. As requested, Executive Director. Altman be praised. B. Matthias. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Well, I know we haven't done anything. I want to get our time correctly. I think that is going to be enough of this. And I think we'll call it here. Because, to be honest, that's a lot of talking. My voice is tired. Y'all are probably all heading to sleep soon. And, to be honest, I just don't want to do no more today. 4 hours, almost 4.5, with a good portion of that just being talking. That's alright. So, I will ask for anyone here if there's anyone you would like me to send the 3 people here to. And if not, that's alright. I'll give it like a couple seconds while I just stretch out. Alrighty. Seems we have no one, and that is okay. So, to everyone who has remained, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure when the next one will be. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't think I have anything else really going on until later in the day. So, to that end, I bid you all good night, good days, good evenings. Be excellent to each other,